4's Morning News. The measles outbreaks in Texas, it's over.
State health officials reported 762 cases since the start of the outbreak in January, with many of those in West Texas counties among people who were not vaccinated. 2 deaths are blamed on the virus. Officials originally published updates on the number of cases twice a week, but then dropped that to once a week as the number of new cases declined. Now they say there has not been a single new case reported in the past 42 days, so they're declaring the outbreak is officially over. It was the worst measles outbreak in the U.S. in 30 years.
Stephen Pickering with that report. A note from Edinburgh City Hall. The city warning local residents about a suspicious email that appears to come from the Edinburgh Planning and Zoning Commission. It is a scam. They're asking for some approval fee to be paid. Don't pay it. It's a scam. One of the state's largest employers is off to a rough start employment-wise this summer.
New numbers show the state's oil and gas industry shed 1,400 jobs in July alone. Todd Staples, who heads the Texas Oil and Gas Association, says there's a glut of oil on the market right now, bringing prices down.
When you have other countries increasing supply, it can impact industry growth plans.
But he's optimistic that under President Trump, global market conditions will strengthen. He points to parts of the president's One Big Beautiful Bill that will reduce cost for drillers and refiners.
KFC in the news. They say they're bringing back 2 discontinued menu items.
The fast food chain announced that it's bringing back its potato wedges as well as its hot and spicy wings nationwide after obsessive demand from fans. The popular potato wedges were discontinued and replaced by secret recipe fries in 2020, while the hot and spicy wings will return after a nearly 2-year hiatus. According to the company, both are being offered while supplies last, and it comes as KFC rolls out several other promotions in time for back to school and the upcoming fall football season. I'm at Mattinson.
Yeah, like nothing says back to school like potato wedges, right? I wonder if they're seasoned with the Colonel's secret recipe or the seasoning that he puts on the chicken as well. 9 minutes after the hour of the morning news on Newstalk 710 KURV. It is AccuWeather time. I want to say thank you to our AccuWeather supporters, Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. Big thank you as well to the gang at Rivetta's Machinery off the express in Donna. 104 the highs today and not as hot tomorrow. So what's the plan over the next 24 hours, Jason?
There's a little bit of a disturbance out in the Gulf that's trying to spark some things up. It's going to get a little better organized, not tropical in nature, but just a little bit of low pressure out there that's going to get a little more organized toward the end of the week. And from Wednesday on, we'll have a better chance for some showers and thunderstorms each day right into the weekend. So good news. We should be able to get at least some beneficial rain going here over the next couple of days in spots.
Okay, well, that's terrific. Significant or just like something to water the lawn for a few folks?
Well, with the thunderstorms around, certainly the opportunity there to put down some decent rain in spots. But, when it comes hard and heavy like that, sometimes it just kind of washes off. So it would be better to get kind of an all day type of rain. But, we'll take what we can get at this point.
So where is this low that's non-tropical? You said, well, not expecting.
It's just out by the shore, just kind of, it's not even like a very well organized low. It's just kind of a disturbance out in the atmosphere, just kind of hanging out. And as the ridging starts to retreat back up to the northwest, it's just going to allow that thing to, fire up some showers and storms for us over the next couple of days.
For the trucks headed north to central Texas, up in San Antonio, Houston, all that, what you got for them as far as weather?
They got about a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms as we go through the next couple of days. And there's some pretty active storms out toward Houston right now.
And tropical coverage 2025, Gulf of Mexico, 7-10 days out. Computers giving you anything for the Gulf?
No, but there is a conga line going on out in the Gulf. You've got, Aaron right now that's by the Bahamas, going to split the difference, kind of split the uprights between the Outer Banks and Bermuda and then loop back out. But National Hurricane Center's got a second disturbance that's got about a 50-60% chance to form up in the wake of Aaron. And then another one just coming a couple of 100 miles off the Cape Verde Islands, right in the wake of that second system that they're watching that they've been given a chance to develop over the next 7 to 10 days as well. But all quiet in the Gulf.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the earworm. Now I got Gloria Stefan and what is that? The Miami Sound Machine? Is that what it was? Yeah. the conga song in my head right now. Thank you, Jace. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. And again, big thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch and the Venice Equipment. And Donna, thank you so much for AccuWeather on KURV. It's 12 minutes after the hour, and iconic beer is making its way into your next bowl of favorite soup.
Soup lovers and beer fans, this one is for you. Campbell's Chunky and Pabst Blue Ribbon are teaming up for 2 new beer-infused soups just in time for football season. The flavors include a beer cheese with potatoes and chorizo, and a beef bacon and beer chili with beans. Both hit Walmart shelves later this month in stores and online. And to celebrate, the brands are also rolling out a food truck sampling tour at Walmart locations nationwide starting September 3rd.
All right, we'll give it a try. Freddie says no, he won't. With all the ingredients, it doesn't. But it's canned, though, right, Freddie? It's canned, so it doesn't matter whether it's lentils or chicken soup. It all has the same canned taste for some reason. I don't know what that taste is. The TEA is out with letter grades for school districts.
Across the state, hundreds of schools are inching closer towards sanctions thanks to their failing grades. Clay Robinson with the Texas State Teachers Association says if a district gets 5 years of D's or F's, then their school board gets taken over by the state.
And that basically takes away the voting rights of parents in that school district.
The latest numbers show that there were nearly 350 schools who have 2 straight years of failing grades. The ratings are mostly based on STAR test scores.
And over 6,000 new words are being added to the Cambridge Dictionary.
Words including skibbity, tradwife, and delulu are being added to reflect the growing influence of internet culture on the English language. The dictionary's lexical program manager emphasized the enduring impact of internet culture on language and said that only words with staying power are added. I'm Mark Mayfield.
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Hope you can join us at 9 a.m. from the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation HQ. We'll be talking with the director, Gilbert Salinas, about new companies in the area, employment numbers, opportunities on the horizon as well because of all this investment, billions of dollars in investment at the Port of Brownsville, SpaceX in town, all those things. Going to preview a bit of that conversation next with Gilbert Salinas on the Valley's Morning News.
Viking, dedicated to creating travel experiences for the thinking person with programs designed for cultural enrichment on board and on shore. Discover more at Viking.com.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. A true triumph of luxury, now open at their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Dale gas!
Do you want your business to be everywhere? At News Talk 710 KURV, we make it possible with live local radio, social media, streaming, and digital products. We'll make sure your brand gets noticed, heard, and shared. We have the perfect marketing for any budget or business. Call right now for a free quote at 956-992-8895. We're ready to put you on the map. Let's take your business to the next level. Call 956-992-8895 or visit radiounited.com.
When it comes to livestock fencing, the folks at Martin Farm and Ranch believe that if you do it right, then you only do it once, which means by utilizing high-quality materials like Stay Tough fence products and Martin's expertise in fence building, you'll get exactly what you need to keep them in or keep them out. High-tensile wire like Stay Tough allows you to build your fence using less materials and labor. So for your next fence project, come see the fine folks at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
It's the final preseason tune-up for your Houston Texans as they visit the Detroit Lions. Kickoff at high noon this Saturday on News Talk 710 KURV.
News Talk 710 KURV is your station in South Texas for Houston Astros baseball. Something's got to give with these boys. They ain't batting, and they're not pitching. At some point, they got to right the ship. Join us 6 p.m., Astros and Tigers. 6 p.m. broadcast on News Talk 710 KURV, made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and the Mission Economic Development Office. Economic status report for our city of Brownsville. And today is a very special day as far as KURV programming. Hope you can join us at 9 a.m. for the Sergio Show, the Sergio Show, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. from the Economic Development Office, the Greater Brownsville and Synthesis Corporation office for our city of Brownsville, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. where we've been promised we got a big splash, a big announcement to make on behalf of our office to the benefit of our economy. Gilbert Salinas, the Director for Economic Development Efforts for our city of Brownsville, joining us right now. Let's start there, Gilbert. And we'll save the name for 9 o'clock this morning for the program. But what can you tell me? Tease us a little bit. The type of industry, the big company coming, the type of industry that it's related to, maybe potential job creation, economic impact, investment, all those things.
Yeah,
what
most definitely. First and foremost, thank you for having us on your show and for hosting from Brownsville this morning. So it's a company, it's a metal fabricator as well as a CNC machine operator, and they manufacture components for manufacturers, mainly in the United States as well as Latin America. They're coming into Brownsville now. I mean, we're in competition with other cities, one in Texas, but as well as in California, because we're looking at California. It's a operation on the smaller size. I'm looking about $5-6 million in capital investment, upward of about 40 to about 50 jobs here over the next few years. But they're high value jobs, which is what we're always looking for. Whenever you hear CNC operations in our line of work in economic development, that's kind of like what you want. I mean, the CNC machine operators, high value add jobs. It's a very skilled job, the skill set required for that, which one of the reasons they did pick Brownsville is that we do have a very good cluster of CNC machine operators here in the area, which support the manufacturing sector on both sides of the Rio Grande. So it's a project that's feathered into our laps, but it wasn't a given. I mean, we really had to do what we do best, which is go out there, sell. At the end of the day, we sell Brownsville. That's what we do, selling the Brownsville and the Rio Grande Valley for inbound investment. And the state of Texas was very supportive in helping us recruit the project. So here we are again, another feather in our hat, dating back to just several years ago, landing the SpaceX project, and then the LNG plants, and then everything that's followed suit. So this year alone, this is our fourth announcement going into this calendar year for us. So very proud of that, and more to come.
CNC control computers, something like that, the machinery, does it complement a specific type of employer in the area or industry? Is this a complement, like you mentioned, like for aerospace and other industry at the port, things like that?
They're coming in to support basically all manufacturers. So the components that they produce goes into a lot of the machines that are used in manufacturing. They're really focusing on the Rio Grande Valley. Just happened to be that we had both the real estate as well as the workforce available for them. And we're one of the first ones to get on the radar. So that helped really sway the decision to be here in this part of the valley. But they're coming in to support industry in the valley as well as northern Mexico. So that's going to be the core of their business. So in short, yes, they're following the growth of manufacturing in their area because that is their end client, their end user.
Gilbert Salinas is the Director for Economic Development Efforts for our city of Brownsville. Big day here at KURV. We'll be broadcasting from the Economic Development Office, there, Gilbert's office, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Hope you can join us. We'll be talking more about this employer, this CNC employer, computer control employer that's coming to the area. And, of course, talk about growth, economic growth, new employment. There's so much happening at the port. We have so much to talk about. Let me go back to a few days back. There was a press release on our city being number 2 in manufacturing, right? Like, who said that, and what does that mean?
Yeah, so we were ranked the second lowest manufacturing operations cost city in the United States. And the beauty of that is the Brownsville-Harlingen area was number 2. I think McAllen-Edinburgh area was number 9. So these two metros in which make up the valley were in the top 10. So it's pretty prestigious as far as being in that ranked that high. I think there was a city in Alabama that was ranked up there, which is a city that we've competed with in the past. And what this means is you're able to come to this area manufactured at somewhat of a lower cost compared to other regions in the United States, and tap into the local supply chain network that we have here in the area. And that's really what drove it, is our supply chain, our manufacturing base. I mean, just Brownsville alone, we've got about 200 plus manufacturers here in the area, closer to about 400 plus once you have the entire Rio Grande Valley, and a lot more once you roll Matamoros and Reynosa in. So they take that into account. This candy company, such as this new company that's coming into Brownsville that we're going to announce later today, can they come in here and almost be a plug and play with everything that you have, from suppliers, from vendors, from small businesses, to workforce, to training colleges, to the university, and the list goes on and on. We've come a long way in the last 20 years, really in the last 15 years, and just can't wait to see what the future is going to look like here in the area, now knowing that we've been ranked this high for the first time, really in the history of this area.
Yeah, and affordability of manufacturing. And I would hope that this would really help you in the recruitment efforts for the area. Maybe it's a publication, industry, trade publication that gets the attention of other folks that are looking for sites to set up shop. And Lord knows we got the space, right? We got the acreage and everything else to.
Absolutely. And this was through Site Selection Magazine, which talking about lead generation, recruiting, and knocking on doors. This is the one publication out of all of them, outside of like the Wall Street Journal, right? This is the one publication you want to have a ranking or be associated with, because the people making the decisions as to where they're going to locate their project, this is what they're reading.
Gilbert Salinas, Director of Economic Development Efforts for our city of Brownsville. Let's touch on a metric that raised some eyebrows a few days back. 8% unemployment, up from, I think you said it was like 5 to 8, like real quick, but it was because of a major shift in policy. So flesh that one out real quick.
So our Southwest Key, the program that houses a lot of the immigrants, or used to house immigrants, they've officially, they've furloughed a lot of people. They've laid off a lot of people. Obviously, it's got to do more at the national level with everything that's going on. And so we've taken a hit as far as unemployment rate, jumped up almost 3 percentage points, which you wouldn't think it would be that reflective of that, but it has been. But what that means is, we anticipate a lot of those workers, a lot of them are already getting trained and upskilled to be absorbed into the manufacturing sector. So it's totally different what their background, what they're coming into. But right now, because again, the SpaceX is at more than 4,000 employees right now. LNG plants, one of them's already at about 5,000 employees, getting ready to bring in another. I think they're going to hit their peak here next year at 6,000 employees.
Wow.
That's one. The second LNG plant just started moving dirt. That's another 5,000 employees. And in addition to the different projects that we've announced, Linde, which is a tier 1 SpaceX supplier, they're getting ready to hire 100 plus people for their operation, and they're going to have a job fair here in the next few weeks. So again, we anticipate a lot of people getting absorbed by the market just because there's just a lot of jobs out there right now, which is kind of crazy, because we've never been in that position to be able to say we have more jobs than people, but that's exactly where we're at right now.
What an amazing shift, Gilbert, if you look at it. Look, we went from government subsidy, which was Southwest Key, a program to just patchwork, react to open border policy, and you have all these people that were being housed and sheltered. To say that they got no more business because the border, relatively speaking, is secure, shut down compared to what it was before, and now there's no work for Southwest Key. We have, like you mentioned, 4,000 on the SpaceX side, about 5,000 and LNG right now, with more on the way, and other jobs at the port and in the area. Like that was it puts into perspective how big the operation was for Southwest Key, how many people were in the employ of this government program, this government subsidy program, a contract, where you remove it and it creates a splash. There's a blip on the radar. It's amazing to see how big that was. But again, to absorb that, there's plenty of job openings available. So I guess you get to keep.
And those jobs are in the private sector.
Yeah.
Going from government to private sector, which is any given city, the barometer for a healthy economy is what is your private sector? What does that look like? Are you dependent on government or are you dependent on private? And you need to have a healthy mix of both, if not more on the private side. So that's, 10 years ago it'd be a different case, but today the private sector, specifically the manufacturing sector,
what a blessing,
high tech, so on and so forth, energy sector, they're snatching up all these people. So we're in a very, very different position. I like to say that we're somewhat in the driver's seat right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's we're creating capital, bringing in capital. It's capital generation that eventually will be taxed, right, and put back into the piggy bank, the government coffer. So we're at a different time now in the Rio Grande Valley economy. We're actually generating new wealth, generating wealth. Construction, home construction. I know you mentioned you wanted to touch on that real quick.
Yes, on the home construction side, we're seeing here in the last few years about 1,000 new homes that are being built here in just in the Brownsville area. That doesn't include all of Cameron County or, for that matter, the valley, but just within the city limits is about 1,000 new homes. Another 500 to 600 new apartment units that are being constructed every year. So we've seen a huge increase in that kind of activity. Home valuations have gone up. And a lot of that is tied to, again, the industry that's coming into the area. So we've got more people looking for houses here than ever before. Now, as far as the home construction, I think we've got about 16 new subdivisions. 2 of those subdivisions are combined are looking to build about 9,000, almost 10,000 homes here in the next few years between those 2 subdivisions. So we're seeing a huge influx in population. Our population growth is going to reflect that here in the next few years. A lot of people that are moving in on a temporary basis, whether it be 6 months or a year, they come and go as far as working for some of these companies. But what I love about both the space and the energy sector, both of those, those 3 companies and their suppliers that are coming in, they're both averaging between 70 to 75% local hire rate.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully you can get to keep that ratio.
And that's what they're fighting for. Yeah. And that's what we're working with them on. Mm-hmm. And that's what's resulting in somewhat of a housing boom here in the area.
Excellent. We look forward to fleshing more of this information out. Catch up to speed with amazing news from the RGV economy. Starting point is Brownsville, our port, SpaceX, everything that's taking place at the coast. So join us 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. This conversation with Gilbert Salinas from our Economic Development Office. That's the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation office. 9 a.m., 11 a.m. The Sergio Show from 710 KURV online at Radio Para Mi. I know you and I have more than enough to talk about for a couple of hours on the program. Any special guest? This is the radio version of clickbait. I know some maybe surprise guests or something like that.
We've got Nathan Burkhardt coming in from the BCAC, our sister organization that focuses on the entrepreneurial side as well as quality of life. We've got Esme Villarreal coming in from the Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber, nice.
About what they're doing with small business as well. And then some of our team members as well that will come in and further flush out some of the things that they're working on. How we've built an internal lead generation, and really for them to come in and say, guys, everything that's happening, there's no accident. That's no accident.
Yeah.
We have a solid team that's making things happen.
It's good to see the fruit from those seeds from a decade ago. All this, the bounty that we see at the moment. Thank you, Gilbert. Look forward to seeing you. That's Gilbert Salinas, the Director for Economic Development Office in Brownsville. News Talk 710 KURV is your station in South Texas for Astros baseball and Houston Texan football. We got sports up next.
Spotlight on your health. Brought to you by DHR Health.
From DHR Health, ICU Medical Director, Dr. Juan Marcos Chavez Paz.
When we started working together 3.5 years ago, rebuilding the ICU in DHR Health system post-COVID, we were all motivated for all the losses after COVID. The main reason the patients died after COVID was respiratory failure, and we took that personal. We decided that we want to become among the best treating this condition. All the teams worked together towards the same goal, and we went for it. Took 3 years and a half, but we are proud to say that we are among the elite in the nation in regards of management of respiratory failure for any reason. What we are is an interprofessional team. We work focusing in quality, we follow metrics, and we are leaders. We are the only hospital to offer not just this accreditation as a sign of maximum quality, but also, for example, ECMO support. That is the most advanced life support existing in the
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV.